Hello. I am being called to do some readings today. I just did one reading and I'm going to see if I can do another one. It's been a while since I've done some readings, and I don't do a lot of readings even on my own anymore, so I apologize if this is a bit rusty, but I'm just feeling called to do this and I have the time, so here we go. I want to do a reading about what is coming up for you, how that is going to benefit you, if there's anything about that you need to be aware of, and perhaps what the outcome of that might be. So, Spirit, what is coming up for the collective? What is coming up for them? What is coming up in the near future for the collective, please? We're using the Light Seers Tarot to start with. Spirit, what is coming up for the collective in the near future? What is happening for them? Okay, we got the Page of Wands and the Three of Cups reversed. There is going to be an awareness that is going to come in for you, which is going to take you away from your, not necessarily take you away from your community, but this is going to be an awareness that is going to draw you into yourself. Something that you're going to have to take some time with on your own, to be able to incorporate it into your understanding. It is going to be something that is absolutely stunning. It's going to be a beautiful revelation, and it will be something that you will share with your friends on down the road, but you need to take some time to understand it for yourself to begin with. If you were to share it with others right away, they wouldn't understand it because you don't really understand it yet. You don't understand its implications, its ramifications. So that is what is coming up for you. Spirit, can you tell us more about this revelation, please? Let's see. What was the question that we were going to do? Sorry, I didn't write any of this down. I'm just kind of winging it. So what is beneficial to the collective from what's coming up, this revelation that they're going to have, or this understanding, or this new information? How is it going to benefit them? What is going to be, I'm hearing the payoff from this. How is it going to benefit the collective? What is the gain from this for the collective, please? Or perhaps the comfort. I'm hearing, what is the comfort from this? What is the understanding? That may not be the deck that we need. Let's use the Magical Hours Tarot here and see. Spirit, what is the benefit coming from this revelation? Oh, wow. The Ten of Pentacles. So, great abundance. And and it's interesting. Look, do you see the three women here together? This is the three women that are not here right now as you incorporate or integrate this understanding. And then after you do integrate this understanding, this collective is back. And it's even more abundant and more beautiful. So this is amazing. This understanding, this revelation, this gift that you are going to receive, once it is integrated and then you share it with this group, but not right away. But once you do, it's going to bring this group even more abundance. This is just the most beautiful, beautiful message. It's going to make not only you more abundant, but it's going to bring this abundance to all those who are in your circle with you. So that is absolutely gorgeous. Wow, I love that. So Spirit, what might the collective need to be aware of now? Okay, so we got the Strength card and we got it on its side. So basically what you need to be aware of is that this information that's coming in is going to require some inner strength to be able to... I keep hearing incorporate. That's not quite the right word though. It's going to require some inner strength for you to be able to bring it into yourself, and sit with it and be with it, before you bring it out into the bigger community. I feel as though it's going to feel like something that you really want to tell everybody about right away. It's just going to be this, oh my gosh, that's amazing kind of a moment. But there really is something that you need to take some time with it and examine it differently, or just let it settle. It may not even be something that you need to necessarily pick apart. In fact, I think that it definitely will not be. It's going to wrap around you and create this excitement. And that is why it's going to feel like you want to share it right away. But I believe that the abundance of it is something that's going to sort of blossom over time. Yeah, you see the lamb here and this heart vessel or vial that she has. And she is half human and half lion. So this is going to require some time for the true strength of this understanding or this gift to develop before it should be shared with others. So I feel as though, that's one of the things that might prove to be a little bit difficult, is taking the time with this for yourself before you take it out to the greater world. So Spirit, thank you for that message. When this, we kind of already have an outcome, but can you tell us more specifically, maybe what this has to do with, perhaps? Tell us more about this this revelation that comes in. What is it going to, maybe what it's going to affect, or what it's going to be about? That may be too specific, but whatever you can tell us, Spirit, about this for the collective. Okay. We got the Six of Wands card. This is the card of winning. This is going to be, and this is like, this particular card of winning, oftentimes in the traditional deck, it's someone who's coming back to the people, and they've already won, and the people are cheering, they're happy. This woman is like bringing the energy to the audience. It's like, I am going to share this with you as I experience it as well. So whatever this is, and again, it's interesting that I worded it that way, because that's what you're going to want to do, is to share this immediately with a larger audience. But these cards are saying you need to take some time and integrate it for yourself so that you truly understand what it means. Because I think that the meaning of this, even though on the surface it's going to be amazing and beautiful, but I feel as though there's a much deeper and a much bigger context. The fact that her arms are like, it's almost as though she's spreading this light. In the card, it's spotlights that are coming down on her, but it strikes me that the light is coming from her. the whiteness here, the light is coming from her and it is spreading out into a much larger context. And so I feel as though that the illumination of whatever this understanding that comes in is, it's going to be something that touches quite a broad audience. So that's really beautiful. Wow. Goodness. So Spirit, thank you for that message. That is amazing. Is there anything that the collective needs to know in addition to what we've already spoken about? Let's use this Magical Hours Tarot because I feel like we have a timing thing that we need to find out. I'm getting a message that we need to know the timing of this. Okay, so we get the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of being ostracized, perhaps, or left out in the cold, or left to fend for yourself. And certainly these two are definitely, they're on a rock in the middle of the ocean. But do you see the flowers growing there? And they have each other. There is a ship in the distance. So I feel as though this may feel like, this waiting period. And that's what the timing issue was about, was the wait. It's going to feel really, really hard. It's going to feel really hard not flagging down this ship and having them, come to you right away. Because it's like, you guys, you got to see this. Look at these flowers are growing here in the middle of the ocean on this one rock. You've got to see this. But there's a much larger context that applies to this. In her hair, she has, I think it's suns. It's almost as though she has, I'm getting a message that it's other worlds. She has other worlds in her hair. They're coming into her. And perhaps that's what this, and here again, it looks like there's a sun circling her. Suns or worlds or other universes. So this information that's coming in may be like amazing information about other worlds, about being connected to other realms. And it's something that you may want to tell everyone right away. But if you look at their faces, it's almost as though they're afraid to bring this knowledge out right away. And perhaps, without having the proper way to express this or the proper understanding of what it might mean, it could create fear that would cause people to push you away, or to think that you're crazy, or to think that you're having problems, or there could just be very definitely, if this information is relayed haphazardly or not cautiously, it definitely could present itself as fantastical and something that people can't take in, that would be frightening to them. So I think that that's what this is saying in this timing card, and this card appears to be at dusk. So I think that this is saying that you need to wait. There may be the need to wait until there has been like the whole day to integrate this, and by day, that means the greater bulk of the time. It may take more rather than less, basically. If you compare dawn, how much of the day has gone by, versus dusk, how much of the day has gone by. This is saying, more is better. More time, taking more time may be better. Otherwise, it could end up being something that leaves you ostracized. And then, if that does happen, then no one will be able to hear you. Um, so Spirit is saying, take your time with this. Even though you may want to shout it from the rooftops right away, take your time, understand the meaning of it. I feel as though if this is something that's dropping in, there may be more understanding that comes in after some time that will help you to be able to pass the knowledge to others. I had a very strong feeling when I was going to do this reading that I was supposed to use these cards. This is the Familiar Field Oracle. So let's see what these cards have to say. Spirit, thank you for the messages we have received thus far. What does the Familiar Field Oracle have to tell us, please? What does the Familiar Field Tarot Oracle have to tell us? I do have the Familiar Field Tarot, but I don't know where it is right now. I don't have it out here on the desk, but this one called to me, the Oracle. It's fairly new in my collection. Familiar Field Oracle. The Fox. Fox has been prevalent lately. Okay, so we got the Mouse. Focus, conservation, and modesty. So again, it's just this message of, maybe not entirely keeping this completely to yourself, but maybe doling it out in small, tiny pieces, little bits at a time, so that it's not overwhelming. Spirit, thank you. Thank you for that message. There's definitely a message here about, so we get the jellyfish, entanglement, feeling, and pain. So again, this is perhaps saying that if this is brought out too quickly, it can cause confusion, things to get tangled up, a lot of emotional entanglements, pain. It's feeling to me like this is something that needs to be treated with kid gloves, very carefully. Something that needs to be treated carefully, cautiously, slowly, and with a great deal of intention. So we got the kangaroo, family, direction, and energy. So perhaps, when it does come time to share this, sharing it with your family, and these two cards here lead me to believe that the family doesn't necessarily have to be your blood family, but those who you consider very closest to you, that you consider soul sisters or soul family. They're the ones who are going to give this the consideration that it needs, and not just write you off as that's crazy, which could happen. Spirit, thank you. Thank you for that message. Anything else? Anything else from this deck that we need to know? Anything else from the Familiar Field? No, I don't think so. I think that's all from that one. I am getting a message, though, that I need to pull some cards from this handwritten deck, just of words that I have made. And then we got liminal space, which is very, very apparent or necessary for this. Having this information but not being able to share it is most definitely being in a liminal space. I was thinking earlier, and actually said on the previous video that I just made, tarot reading, that I have been in a liminal space, which is part of the reason that I have not been posting. I have been actually doing some very active work, and now that work has come to not a conclusion, but that portion of the work has come to a conclusion, and I am now in a liminal space. Which is why I kind of have room to do some of this. I'm not doing as active work as I have been for the past several months. So liminal space is definitely in the cards, so to speak. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know from this? That's insane. So I think this is just telling us, what kind of a reply you might get if you bring this out too quickly. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit's got a good sense of humor sometimes. What else, Spirit? What else do we need to know from these cards? Okay, and this is fascinating. You suddenly feel freer. This was the very first card that we got out, and I would say this is sort of the epitome of feeling free. So whatever this is that's coming into you, it's going to free you from perhaps some karma, some old wounds, some shadow that needs to be healed. Yeah, that's beautiful. And I see you. So Spirit is sending that message. I see you. Speak to Spirit. Talk to them. Ask them how to move forward with this new understanding that you've got. Gosh, what a beautiful reading. And we got shadow work, which I was just talking about, and also second chance. So, yeah, there may be some shadow work that you have put aside because it didn't go well when you tried to heal it before, but now you're getting a second chance. You've got a new understanding that makes you feel freer. And so try again. If you're working through some shadow work that wasn't going well, now you may have a new understanding about this shadow work that's going to help not only you, but eventually others as well. And this fell off the deck. Follow the bubbles. So there may be literal bubbles in some water. There may be some children, maybe as you pass someone's house, some children may be out blowing bubbles. And if you follow the bubbles through the air, they may lead you to see something that you have not noticed before. We got blue jays, so there may be some blue jays involved in this. You may be bubbles may float up to a tree where there are blue jays. There may be some association that you have with the blue jays, left or right. The previous reading, we had left or right, right. Now we have left or right, left. So left is the receiving side, the feminine side, the side of the past. So, this shadow work, a second chance, getting a second chance and doing this shadow work, you suddenly feel freer. I think this has to do with the past. So something in your past you're getting an understanding of. It's going to help you to incorporate a big win, something that's amazing, that you're going to be able to share with others that perhaps you never have been able to share before. Perhaps you didn't even know about it before, but maybe you did. And now you're going to be able to share it in such a way that it's not painful. Maybe it's something that's been painful to others. Maybe it's something that's been painful to you. And now you are, I got nonplussed. Now it's not going to affect you. It's not going to be difficult anymore. It's going to be something that you can say without emotion. You can express it without it causing you pain. So that is pretty dang amazing. Here, we've got this entanglement, feelings, and pain. So this is something that's going to allow you to release that. I mean, here's the jellyfish in this card is just floating freely through the water. It's not entangled with someone else. So this may be something that's going to allow you to untangle something that has caused you pain for a lot of your life. So I think that is where we need to leave it. I think this is a beautiful reading, and I really hope that this helps someone. And I hope to be able to do more readings coming up here in the future. But if not, it will be what it will be, and it will come when it comes. In the meantime, I love you all. Talk to your angels, talk to your spirits, talk to your guides, talk to whoever your higher power might be. Let them help you with all the things, big or little. I think that we always reserve talking to God or the angels or our spirit guides, whoever, for when we really, really need something big. But, you know, I can't get this jar open. Spirit, will you help me with this? They're always there, and the more we ask them, even for the little things, the more we get comfortable with doing that, the more we're able to talk to them when the big things roll around. So remember that. And I love you, and I hope that everything is going well, and I will see you soon. Bye.